Hello, citizens of the planet. Welcome back to Monday Musings with Larry Lelli. I'm on my iPhone again. We are in our final week of preview performances for Sideshow the Musical on Broadway. It's in wonderful, wonderful shape. We are just making very, very little tweaks and changes right now. Oftentimes during previews of a new Broadway show, you are making massive changes every single day. But our creative team is very happy with the production as it is, and so they're just making very little tweaks here and there. But something that I wanted to mention to you all that you may not be aware of, and it's one of the reasons why I love and adore and respect actors and singers and dancers so much, because of how difficult their job is, especially during previews of a show. They are asked to rehearse all day and work on changes to the show, that whatever the creative people are deciding they want to change to the show, whether it's new choreography or if it's a new scene or if it's new dialogue, if it's different blocking, different staging, they want, a different set piece at a different time, or they want the actors to have a scene in a different part of the stage or whatever. We make big changes like this, and not always do those changes go in that night at the performance. Sometimes we'll work on a change for an hour or two or more during the day, during an afternoon, but we don't have time to actually tech the change, which means they don't have time to refocus all the lights and do the computer automation for the sets. If there are different set pieces that are going to be flying in at different times or rolling in at different times, depending on how big the change is, we might not have time to fully realize the change in its entirety, complete with all the teching elements. And so the actors are then asked to forget everything we just did this afternoon, and at the evening performance, do the same show that we did the night before, which is ridiculously difficult and challenging for the actors. And I respect them so much for what they are asked to do in this preview process when we're constantly working on changes to the show. It's very, very difficult. And it's physically demanding too. They're asked to rehearse all day and then, go have an hour for dinner and come back and do a high octane, 100% all out performance. So anyway, just throwing a little respect to the cast of Sideshow and all Broadway musicals when they're first starting out, because it's a tough process, and our cast is amazing. Come and see the show. You're going to love them. All right. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you next week when we'll be open at Sideshow on Broadway.